What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sailor Turn Gamer, and we are back in the building, coming at you with another Dauntless video. First off, let me say welcome, console players. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Shout out to the Xbox guys out there. Shout out to the PlayStation guys out there as well. You guys are out there doing your thing. I hope you're enjoying Dauntless. It's a fun game. And if you're finding my channel for the very first time, we create tons of Dauntless content ranging from news and updates, patch note reviews, build videos, educational videos, community conversational pieces. We have tons of content coming down the pipeline for Dauntless. So if you love what we do here, or if you enjoy the video, please be sure to join the fleet by hitting that sub button. And with that being said, today we are going to be talking about update 0.8.0, the highlights. We're going to go over. This was a very huge patch, so I will be leaving a link in the description box below where you guys can go and read some of the patch notes yourself if you are curious about some of the finer minute details of the patch. And that's the place where you guys can check that out. If you guys are here for the beef, well, we got that for you. We're going to be covering all the things that are new to Dauntless, and I'm going to be discussing some of the significant things that I've noticed from playing for the past couple hours, as some of the balance changes that exist. And I'm going to be talking about some key cell changes as well as lantern changes, and just overviewing some of the things that happened with some of the behemoths that happened within the game, so that way everyone can be up to date when they hop in and play. I'm not going to cover everything, but I will cover some of the bigger, huger things that happen within the patch. So again, guys, be sure to check the description box below for that particular piece of information so everyone can be up to date. The first thing that I want to address is the true crossplay. So yeah, we already know Dauntless has fully released today. You can find it on the Epic Game Store if you're a PC player, and you can find it in your Xbox store or your PlayStation store for whatever platform you play. And with that being fully released, we do have true crossplay, which is amazing. I was playing today, and now you see someone's username and you see a little Xbox symbol or a little PlayStation symbol or a little PC showing you what platform the players are on. So this crossplay is in full effect, which is really awesome. Also, you can use your Epic Games account to access your progress on any of the systems that you desire. So if you're playing on PC and you want to play on your PlayStation, you can do that, which is really amazing. Also, of course, if you're playing on your PlayStation and you got an Xbox, you can do that. Crossplay is full in effect, which is really amazing. So in addition to crossplay, there is character creator reworks that have been happening. They've improved the character creator screen, so Slayers can now create a closer character to what they want to be. You can style and profile the way you want. Also, Slayers, you will be able to randomize your appearance if that's your kind of thing you want to do. You can hit the randomizer button and, I don't know, be a mystery. So let's move on from that. There are traversal changes that happen within this patch, which is very significant. The game speed overall has increased for the better. It's amazing. They've reworked the locomotion, traversal, movement speed, and camera positions to make movement in Dauntless feel a lot more fluid, and it really does. With the fluid changes that they made, they had to tweak a number of stamina costs for things like running and jumping, but they've done it for the best. They've adjusted, like we talked about, the run speed. They've added new animations, and in Ramsgate they pulled the camera back a bit so you can see a little bit more of the city. And another significant change that they've made for any player out there that's been playing for any amount of time before today, the roll forward option is no longer available. So that is very significant. No longer will you have to worry about rolling off an island accidentally, but more so important than that, it all comes into play when it comes down to the movement speed that exists within the hunt. It's amazing. You jump up high, there's no rolling. You can keep it moving. You can keep searching for that behemoth. You can keep running, keep grabbing stuff. It's amazing. The game feels phenomenal. Those of you that are checking the video out and you got a chance to play, let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the movement speed that exists within the game. Me personally, I love it. I think it's very fun. Another thing that they've added is the support a creator feature. The support a creator feature, I'm not going to go in too depth on it because I don't want to just go on and on about this particular thing. But basically, if you're in the game and now you have the ability to support a creator. Creator is someone like myself who creates content for Dauntless. And if you see it or know a content creator that you want to support, you can do so by typing their name in the in-game store, and whenever you purchase something, they'll receive a percentage of that as a gesture of your kind fate. Again, they don't take money from you; they just get a small percentage. I think it's 5% of whatever you purchase. So it's a good way to support a creator. I'll just leave that there and let that simmer. So with that being said, let's move on to the elemental reworks. There are tons of elemental reworks. The biggest thing we could talk about is there's a brand new element, Terra. Terra has been added to the spectrum, so we got tons of elements. We got Radiant, Umbral, Blaze, Frost, Shock, and now we got Terra. So with Terra, they've added Koshak, Karabak, and Skarn to this elemental tree. They have adopted new strengths and weaknesses to match, as well as that there have been changes to the gear for those behemoths, and there have been additional materials and patrols that have been added to the map for those mats and for those behemoths. As a final bonus, elemental relationships are now more predictable. So you have pairings of opposition. You have Frost and Blaze, you have Umbral and Radiance, and now you have Terra and Shock. So it's pretty straightforward when it comes to what's strong against what and what's weak against what. Also, in the airship, they've done some revamping to that again as well, so it's even more clear with the assist directional stuff that they have in the airship to show you what's good and what's not. So that's awesome as well. Now, the Mastery Rewards view. Players can now check their earned and upcoming Mastery Rewards without leaving the game. It's pretty awesome. You can check your start menu, and they actually added the Mastery Rewards view. There you can just look for your rewards button on the mastery screen, and you can see that the new hunt pass is in full effect. It's season 5, and if I were to summarize it all in one word, I would just say ninja. If you're curious about more information on the hunt pass, be sure to check our previous video. I'll also leave a link in the description box below where we break down the hunt pass for season 5. And we go through and we talk about everything that you can expect. We answer some Q&A questions, and towards the end, if you stay tuned, there's a little video from a Vidoc that Phoenix Labs put out where they even tease some more information from the hunt pass. There's not too late to actually feel like, hey, I won't be able to complete it. There's plenty of time to be able to do so. So don't worry, if it's been a week or two and you still got time to play and there's still time within the hunt pass, there's so much time to be able to complete it. Don't feel like you don't have enough time. If you're curious on why, don't worry, check out the video that we posted and you guys will understand why. You have all the time in the world. With that, they've improved the store by adding new store packs, and they have set up the store for the die rework system that will be coming in the future. The store is a lot quicker, it works better. They've added new skins, new visuals, new emotes. They've added a new store pack called the Arc Slayer pack. They've added tons of things to the store, so if you guys like purchasing things with your platinum, then there's your jam and there's your tea. As far as the die rework system, they've really laid the groundwork for an upcoming third die region that will be coming in the game. I'll also leave a link in the description box below for a video that we did covering the die rework system that will be coming to Dauntless, if you're curious about more information on that. But now our dies will be issued out in packs of 3, I believe, and it's actually a pretty great deal because with that change, they're going to start allowing dies to drop within the game from completing heroic level difficulty hunts and by completing objectives and things like that. So it's pretty cool because now you can see dies coming in a variety of new areas. Also, dies are something that should be possible to be obtained in the hunt pass as well. So again, guys, the die feature that will be coming in the upcoming weeks, upcoming patches. We will cover that completely once it gets here, but we do have information on it on the channel as well. And the foundation, the groundwork has been laid, and I'm excited to, hop back in and explore more and more of the game. So those are the biggest things that came to Dauntless. The last couple of things I want to talk about are some of the balance changes. So any player that hasn't played in a long time, or a new player like you, needs to be aware of. So the biggest thing that I want to shout out to is the repeaters. The captain script for the repeaters, they've increased the attack speed to 20%, which it used to be 15%. But say goodbye to that damage boost. The damage boost is no longer there, so do with that as you will. And they've increased the effect to 15 seconds to compensate for the damage bonus not being there anymore, which is kinda sad. Molten Edict, the exotic weapon that exists within the game, they've actually buffed it. They've buffed the rolling lava ball damage. They have done some other things to the Aether Charge ammo, and Molten Edict should be in a much better place. But slow your roll, there are not a lot of buffs. But something that does have a lot of buffs is the axe, and that's probably one of the last few things that actually got a buff. The axe received tons of buffs to its Flight of the Ruin axe special. That's going to allow it to do a lot more things like generate meter for your hits. The cooldown reduction is going to start when it's thrown instead of when it's caught. And overall, the determination meter and the way that damage works has been scaled upwards to, a lot. It's been scaled up a lot. So if you're an axe fan out there and you're curious about that, be sure to hop into the patch notes and check those out. But overall, the axe is in a much better place. It's in a much better place. It's one of the few things that actually got a buff. And I say few because there are tons and tons of nerfs. Whether that's elemental weapon damage that is used against a weakened state, whether that is something like lanterns. A lot of the lanterns got nerfed, as far as like Drast Lantern, the instant and the held ability got reduction in its effectiveness. Things like the Koshai's lantern may have got a small buff, but overall a lot of the lanterns have got reductions, which is pretty shameful, especially to the area of effect attacks has gotten reductions. And the cells in the game, some of those have gotten reductions as well. You have Rage Hunter. The damage has been reduced on Rage Hunter to 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, and 40%, which is down from 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50%. You used to be able to get 50% for a +6 Rage Hunter. Not anymore. One of my favorite cells in the game, Etheric Attunement, that cell has been reduced to 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, which is significantly down from upwards to 66% that you used to be able to roll on that. It's noticeable. Definitely is noticeable. The Overpower cell, it's also been nerfed. It used to have a maximum of 80%, and it's now been reduced to 70%. And that's just at the upward levels. It gets lower than that for the next ones. Iceborne has been reduced as well. It's been reduced to a maximum of 8%, which is down from a maximum of 13%. So that's also very shameful. The last thing that I wanted to address is the matchmaking screen. It's the biggest thing that I wanted to address. There are some known issues that are known within the game. Phoenix Labs knows all about them, and they're working on fixing it. There is something with guide hand. Slayers, you can get stuck while aiming the guide hand, and they're going to be fixing that and implementing that within 0.8.1, so the next upcoming patch. But the biggest thing for this patch that I think everyone should be aware of is that the skip matchmaking and cancel matchmaking features do not work as intended. There is no timetable that was listed as far as when that will be fixed, but whenever we get notice on that, I will cover it here, so stay locked and stay tuned for that. In addition to those known issues and some of the balance changes that we discussed, there are tons of balance changes, by the way. I only wanted to talk about some of the ones that are incredibly important, so everyone can be up to date, and I wanted to keep this video short and sweet. There are also tons of quality of life changes. I mean, I could go on and on. This patch was very huge. But again, guys, be sure to check the link in the description to check out these patch notes and check them out if you really want to know the ins and outs of everything that happened within the patch. With that being said, guys, I appreciate anybody that's made it to this point in the video. And if you enjoyed the video, if we talked about some things that you didn't know and now you're a wiser overall slayer and you know a little bit more about Dauntless, and that is fantastic. And if you love what we do here, be sure to join the fleet by hitting that sub button. It's the easiest way to help us grow. It's the easiest way to help this fleet be something that's even more amazing than what it already is. And with that being said, this sailor will be out in the open ocean. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.